Are you feeling trapped in California? Rising house prices, skyrocketing taxes, and a cost of living that just doesn't stop climbing? You're not alone. Thousands of families are leaving every year. Today, we'll show you exactly why so many Californians are moving to Prescott, Arizona, and just as important, the pitfalls you need to avoid so your move to Prescott doesn't become a regret.
Let's be real, California is beautiful and I grew up there, but for many people it's becoming unsustainable. The median home price in Orange County is over $900,000. In the Bay Area, it's even higher. Add in property taxes, high utility costs, gas at close to $5 a gallon or maybe even more, and income tax up to 13.3%, families are being squeezed.
We recently spoke with a couple from Orange County. Their property tax bill alone was enough to cover a mortgage payment here in Prescott. That was their wake-up call. So now they are looking for a home here.
And it's not just money. Quality of life takes a hit too. Long commutes, crowded freeways, and neighborhoods so congested it feels impossible to breathe. And for many, the increase in visible homelessness has made daily life feel more stressful.
So why Prescott? The first thing people notice is the climate. You're not baking like you're in Phoenix or Vegas, and you're not buried in snow like in Flagstaff. Summers are in the 80s, winters are mild with just enough snow to be charming, and you truly get 4 seasons without the extremes. Then there's the community. Prescott has that small town feel where neighbors wave to each other, kids play outside, and people still come together for events at the courthouse square. Crime rates are much lower compared to California cities, and many families tell us they feel a sense of safety here.
Lifestyle is the real draw. With over 400 miles of hiking and biking trails, kayaking at Watson Lake, fishing, horseback riding, or just walking your dog along Granite Dells, it's a complete shift from freeway living. And at the same time, you still have national retailers, healthcare, and restaurants nearby. It's balance, the conveniences you need without the crowds you're escaping. And if you can't find what you need here, go to Phoenix. It's just an hour-and-a-half drive away. People always tell us they sleep with the windows open and they hear crickets and a breeze blowing through the pine trees instead of traffic noise. That's when we know they're going to love Prescott.
Now let's talk numbers. Arizona has a flat 2.5% state income tax. California up to 13.3%. That alone is life-changing for many people. What about property taxes? On an $800,000 home, you might pay $1,000 to $12,000 annually in California. In Prescott, that same home is closer to $4,000. And speaking of homes, let's show you what $800,000 buys in Orange County, a smaller 3-bedroom condo. Compare that to Prescott, a single-family home with mountain views and maybe even land.
But here's the warning. Prescott is growing. If you wait too long, prices here might climb beyond your reach too. We already saw home prices increase during COVID when everyone was moving to Prescott. Another big difference you'll feel here comes down to community vibe, laws, and even what daily life looks like. First is politics and culture. Prescott and Yavapai County lean more conservative than California. This shows up in everyday life as a strong focus on property rights, small government values, and a very active volunteer culture. It's friendly, neighborly, and community-oriented. For some, that feels refreshing. For others, it's a big shift. So it's important to know before you move.
Then there are gun laws and concealed carry. In Arizona, you don't need a permit to conceal carry. If you're 21 or older and a law-abiding citizen, you can carry concealed without a permit. Many people still get a CCW permit because it helps with reciprocity when traveling and makes gun purchases faster. Unlike California, Arizona has state preemption, meaning laws are uniform across the state. There's no city-by-city patchwork, but still, you're responsible for knowing where you can and can't carry, and we always tell clients to check with the Arizona Department of Public Safety for the most current rules.
And then there's homelessness. In California, especially in places like Los Angeles or San Francisco, Homelessness is visible daily. In fact, LA County alone has tens of thousands of unhoused individuals. Prescott has its challenges too, but on a far smaller scale. For example, no homeless living under freeway overpasses or camping on sidewalks. The difference is very noticeable. People tell us they feel relief not having to navigate the scale of encampments they had in California. These differences, politics, gun laws, homelessness, all add up to what we feel is a lifestyle shift. Some people love it, for others it's a real adjustment. Either way, it's something to be aware of before you move.
We always give you the real story, not just the sales pitch, and Prescott isn't perfect. The job market here is smaller. If you're in a high-tech or entertainment, opportunities are limited unless you work from home. The pace of life is slower, which is a blessing for many, but a shock if you're used to Los Angeles or San Francisco. We've had people say they're bored, but honestly, we don't know how. There is always something going on downtown, no matter what the season. There are volunteering opportunities, theater events, bike races, festivals, and more that happen year-round. So you just need to take more advantage of it. Prescott does have nightlife, plenty of bars and saloons with live bands and dancing. But if you're expecting that 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, you'll be disappointed. That's why carefully planning your move matters.
So should you leave California for Prescott? For many families, the answer is yes. Lower taxes, more affordable homes, and a better quality of life. But only if you make the move with a plan. That's why we created our free Move to Prescott Toolkit. Inside, you'll find cost of living comparisons, a relocation checklist, and a neighborhood guide to help you make the right decision. Shoot us a text or an email, and we'll be happy to send it to you. And hey, we're trying to get 1,000 subscribers. We'd love if you'd help us out. And if you're serious about making a move, let's schedule a quick call. We would love to walk you through the process and help you find your perfect place in Prescott. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.